Now, let's get one thing out of the way straight away before you turn off. Yes, it's dark. This was fully intentional. I wanted to go out and record my first video in the dark to see how it would come out. I thought originally it would get to the editing stage and I'd be like, oh no, I don't like it. But I've already decided I don't like it. It won't ever happen again. I can't even go for a walk and record this because the torch is just blinding me in the face. Anyhow, moaning out of the way, let's talk about what I want to talk about originally. It is, of course, WWDC season coming up, with the main event being on the 6th of June. I had to really think about that one. Apple hold this event every single year for developers. It's called the Worldwide Developers Conference. It goes for 4 days. I can't remember off the top of my head now. But it's also the annual event where they always announce the newest versions of the iPhone operating system and the watchOS, HomeOS, if you've never heard of that one, it's for the HomePods and things, and tvOS. I will be soon releasing some more videos as well as blog posts to go with them on my website, which will be things like my wishlist for iOS 16, my watchOS update wishlist, things like this. I'm very much looking forward to the conference itself. You can watch the keynote at 6 p.m. British time on Apple's website, as well as things like YouTube, and I think they sometimes do Twitter as well, but you can watch it pretty much everywhere online. Getting a dead arm, because the arm I'm holding it up with, I just had my third booster jab today, and now my arm is going really dead. So that is all coming soon. It's a very exciting month pretty much now. There's going to be a lot of new things announced, I'm sure. Normally they don't announce hardware at this event, so don't hope for that, which is where I was heading to next with hardware. Maybe, I think 2 weeks ago from this point now, Apple announced the end of the iPod. Once the most bought thing around. The iPod Touch was still being sold by Apple. However, the generation they were selling, it was last updated in 2019. And let's be honest, how many people are actually buying those iPods? I don't know the figures, but I doubt it was many. However, the iPod does have its history. It changed the world for music, changed the world for people around, and it changed the world for Apple themselves. It took off with sales. They had 4 different types going as well normally at the time, with the iPod Shuffle with no screen, tiny little thing that was perfect for jogging and things like that. The iPod Nano, Classic, and of course the Touch. The Touch was released at the same time as the iPhone and was similar to the iPhone in a way, ran iOS as well, and didn't have a phone. I couldn't help myself. After they announced the discontinuation of the iPod, they did carry on selling the iPod until they had run out of stock. I couldn't help myself. I had to buy an iPod Touch before they go, because I looked on Twitter and I was debating it, but they were selling out mad. I think America had already sold out, but when I bought mine. An iPod Classic is just, there was nothing like it at the time. It was this tiny little device, could store thousands of songs. I'm talking, well, the one I have has 160 gigs hard drive in it, which sounds like nothing now, but in the day, in 2007, for example, massive. There was a massive amount of storage. Not cheap, I'll give you that, but breathtaking. It's a shame. I wish they maybe made a new version of the iPod Classic where it was compatible with Apple Music, for example, and say had a 1 terabyte flash storage on it. Just think of the songs, the amount of songs, and how easy it would be. It'd be great. I know it'd be popular as well, I'm sure. It isn't surprising that Apple have discontinued it. A friend of mine from work has a 16-year-old son, and I showed them my iPod Classic, and they'd never seen such thing before, never heard of it. I then said, have you even heard of an iPod or like an iPod Touch? Never heard of it. Kind of scary, really. The last thing I wanted to mention was you should check out my Instagram. I've got examples of some of my images here, but all of my photos are taken on my iPhone. I very much make it my shot on iPhone Instagram. Have a look. Some of them are cool, and it just shows how good the iPhone camera really is. Keep an eye on this space, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, online. I will be sharing more. Enjoy the WWDC. Remember, it's 6 p.m. British time, normally 10 a.m. West Coast time, and I can't remember all the other times. Till next time, bye-bye.